So, who's Kidney Man Dan, and why would you care? Hello, I'm Dan, and this is the launch video for the KidneyManDan channel. I'm a fellow traveler on the nephrotic syndrome journey, just like you. I was diagnosed in January of 2019 with the FSGS variant, or as I like to say, the FSGS flavor of nephrotic syndrome back in January of 2019. I'm here to tell you, you're absolutely not alone. KidneyManDan is going to be your guide from a patient's perspective. It's not going to be a medical advice channel, but I'll reach out to people who I know that can get us answers to the questions that you ask and report back for everyone to learn from. Remember, the only stupid questions are the ones you don't ask. All right, for those in the back row, there may be some, but I'll just pass over them. Before we dive in, though, let me do a little bit of housekeeping. KidneyManDan videos are for informational and entertainment purposes only. They reflect my own personal experience, my research, and my knowledge at the time that each video is being created. This is not a medical advice channel. You should always consult with qualified medical professionals and never delay intervention based on something you heard, read, or especially you watched online. Nephrotic syndrome is a complex chronic condition. It requires specialized diagnosis and treatment from qualified nephrologists or kidney specialists. This health journey that you're on, it's going to be unique to you. So personalized medical guidance from your medical team is going to be key to the best outcomes long term. My promise with the channel, whether you're a patient, a caregiver, or a friend, I'm always going to aim to share the most up-to-date information explained in clear everyday language. Your feedback is going to be a vital part of this. Negative or positive, it's welcome. It's going to help me stay on track. If I get something wrong or you know a better way to describe something, please let me know. I'll post as regularly as I can, depending upon how my health and research are, but being honest and real is always going to be my top priority with you. With all that being said, welcome to the KidneyManDan channel. I'm Dan, just a fellow patient on the journey. I was diagnosed with focal segmental glomerulosclerosis, or FSGS, a form of nephrotic syndrome in 2019, after several years of trying to search and see what was going on with me. The purpose of the channel is to provide you with information and support for individuals affected with nephrotic syndrome, whether you're newly diagnosed or supporting someone who has been. This platform is going to serve as a resource to collectively address challenges related to the condition. How do I plan on doing that? First is with education. I'm creating a bootcamp type 10-part series that's going to be covering everything from the basics of how the kidneys work, what's possibly happening in yours depending upon your variant, how to choose the right nephrologist and specialist, and how to navigate the health insurance. We're also going to go over other topics throughout time that patients ask for. This resource is going to be designed to give you helpful information for newly diagnosed people. Updates are going to be made to these videos as new information comes out and as my production quality improves and I get familiar using AI tools and all the editing that I do. The second way I'm going to do it is through long-form podcast type things. I'll have patients, doctors, other advocates that I know. The interviews will aim to gather information about the disease and the treatment from their points of view, so we can come together and have a better understanding based upon what they're saying. I'll have the content up on multiple social platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and whatever other social pages emerge over time. It's important to know that no two rare kidney disease patients are going to be the same. Everyone's outcome is going to be different. Even identical twins can have the exact same care, the exact same disease type, but they're going to have different outcomes. My posting frequency, it's going to vary as I establish out my workflow. It may not be daily or weekly to start, but regularly enough to keep you informed of developments as I hear about them. Now, that answers the second part at the beginning of the question. But what's the second one? Who am I? Here's a short version. My name's Dan. I got thrown into the wild world of chronic kidney disease 6 years ago in 2019. I had a GFR of 12 and I was spilling 28,000 milligrams of protein a day, or 28 grams a day. Spoiler alert, I'm doing a whole lot better than I was then. The pictures in that opening montage, you see the pictures of myself and my wife. Those are about 4 or 5 years before I was diagnosed. Then the pictures starting to swell, those are all from 2016 through 2019 when I was finally diagnosed. After trial and error for years, my doctor and I, with a whole lot of determination from my wife, have managed to turn the tables on the disease for me. But like I said, I'm just another patient like you. I never thought about my kidneys before I was diagnosed. I didn't know how important they were to daily living. All I knew is that they helped me filter waste out of my blood. When they first told me I had a rare chronic kidney disease, the only things that popped in my head was diabetes and dialysis. Turns out, yeah, those might be in my future. If I don't care for myself, they're going to show up sooner than later. Instead of giving up, though, I resolved to fight this disease and promised myself that if I succeeded, I was going to help others do the same. That's what KidneyManDan is going to be about. It's not been an easy journey. There's been 2 long hospital stays that I went through at the very beginning. A lot of tough conversations with doctors, family, and friends. We've also had moments where I was convinced I wasn't going to be living. But I learned that the most important thing about taking care of this is that being an informed and active participant in your care makes all the difference. I'm here to share the insights from my research, my conversations with other patients, to help you take control of the illness more quickly. I'm not going to lie, the beginning's going to be challenging. You're going to face some hospitalizations along the way, but it's important to stay resilient on the road. Always the beginning's going to be difficulty. My first big hospital stay was 28 days, from February 3rd of 2019 through March 3rd, literally the entire month. Ever since I was there, though, I came up with a mantra while I was in the hospital that I have FSGS. It will never, ever have me. I will never let it have control over me. Since my diagnosis, I've basically poured myself into understanding and learning as much about this illness as I could. And I'm striving to get the best quality care I can and the best quality life out of it that I can have. Today, I'm happy to report that I've improved my GFR from that 12 where I was spilling 28 grams of protein when I was diagnosed to 6 years later. My GFR is in the 70s, and for the last 2.5 years, I haven't spilled more than a trace level of protein. So I'm in remission. I'm basically back to normal. That's my story in a nutshell. So, except for getting a kidney transplant, I've been there. I've done that. I got the hat, the t-shirt, and the sweatshirt. I've gone through the battles and I've come out the other side. I'm here to help you do the same. You're going to go through them, though, with more information than I did. So you're always going to know where your next step is going to be. So thank you for joining me on this journey as I launch this channel. Together, let's empower each other and make this channel thrive. If you're ready to take control of your own kidney health, give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment on the video. Let me know where you are in your journey. Let me know if you have any questions and what you'd like to see. I need ideas for future videos, and I look forward to seeing you. So until the next time, I'm Kidney Man Dan, and I'll see you in the next one.